myself a couple seconds of cuteness for when I share this on my story. What's up? What's up, everybody coming in? I am on Instagram and on YouTube. Per usual, it's Monday, and we are doing our messages from Spirit for the week ahead. Oh my God. My stomach hurts, you guys. You know, is that TMI? Is that too much information? I hope not. I saw this TikTok a couple like days ago, maybe weeks ago. I don't really know about time. And the TikTok was like, the baddest bitches be having stomach problems. It was a very funny TikTok. Seven of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Sage. Okay, this week, what are we moving away from? This week, we're moving away from a lot of fear. This week, we are moving away from fear of jealousy. I don't really love this lighting situation going on right now. I look gorgeous on Instagram. I always look good on Instagram. On YouTube, we just kind of have our own personal struggle, but that's okay. So this week, with the energy of the Seven of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Sage, last week, our focus was on kind of cleaning up our inner circle. Who are the people that we allow into our lives? Who are the people that we are connecting with, communicating with, following on Instagram, and da 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 da? And are the things that they post, are the things that they believe, the things that they're subscribed to, are they in alignment with us and with the person that we're becoming? And so last week, our focus was really on kind of just really purifying our circle, and we really see that with the Sage here, which is the purity in this deck. And so what we're doing is what's up on Instagram. What we're doing this week now is we're moving on and we're adjusting to life in a new way. So there's a little bit of a fear that you have in your relationships. Is this person going to backstab me? Can I trust this person? Damn, double homicide. Thinking a thought in my own mind. Anyway, so there's kind of like a fear that you have going on in your relationships of who can I trust, who can I not trust. This week, you're moving forward from that. And I want to know kind of what's propelling us forward. I'm not really seeing any guidance coming through. We have the Page of Cups again. Oh, you want to know what's pushing you through this week? You want to know what's getting you to your next level? It's your emotions and it's your feelings. So this week, the focus is really on trusting your feelings and trusting your intuition and trusting how you feel. I already said that. You're trusting how you feel when you're around certain people. It's really about the vibes this week when we're talking to one another, when we're interacting. How do I feel? Do I feel happy when I walk away from conversations with you? Do I feel drained? Do I feel tired? Do I feel energized? Do I feel excited? You're really focusing on how you feel in the presence of others. And then you're also just not forcing yourself. You're not forcing yourself to connect with people or interact in ways that just don't feel good. This week, it's all about I am exclusively doing what feels good to me. OMG, me taking time alone this week because I haven't been feeling the energy from certain people. Perfect. I'm happy that this is in alignment with you and what you're experiencing. Let's see if we have any other messages coming through this week. I feel like that connecting with your feelings, trusting your intuition as you really continue to kind of purify your circle, purify your energy. It's normal if you're feeling really tired and really exhausted this week because you're definitely shifting through a lot of energy. We've been feeling our feelings, right? It's Cancer season. And so it's almost like this feeling of exhaustion. And one of the messages that came through before I went live was the reason that you're still so exhausted, because I am so tired. I've been tired for like the past 3 weeks. The reason why you're so tired is because you're not allowing yourself to completely rest. You're allowing yourself to get enough sleep so that you can barely go on functioning. And that's why you're in this consistent state of tiredness. If you're finding yourself being incredibly tired and incredibly exhausted, that means you need a complete break. And when we say that you need a break, we mean that you need an actual break, which means if I'm going to take a nap, if I'm going to rest, if I'm going to go and watch TV, then I'm going to be fully in the Grey's Anatomy universe. I'm going to be fully in the Raven's House. Season 4 of Raven's House is finally on Disney Plus, and I'm so excited. I love that goddamn show. Anyway, so I'm going to be fully immersed in the Raven's home universe. Bills do not exist while I'm watching this goddamn TV show. Future shit does not exist. So what we really want to practice this week is returning the past to the past and returning the future back to the future and just being in this present moment. And you want to ask yourself the question, in this present moment, am I safe? Because what we're really wanting to start focusing on and recognizing is this idea and concept of safety. And the fact that safety really is kind of an illusion. And we don't say this to scare you, meaning if you don't have safety, then you're always kind of in danger. But we kind of mean that danger is an illusion and you're kind of living on the leading edge of creation. And one of the things that the pandemic really showed to the entire world, the collective, is that there kind of really is no set path. A lot of you are just starting to open up and recognize that what you thought your life was going to be by the time you reached this age, this year, this month, the idea that you had for your life when you were a child or when you were 10 years younger or whatever, you're recognizing that your idea of a successful life, your idea of a good life or something, the plans just really are not going how you thought that they would be going. They're not really going as you've anticipated them to. And this is not about you're a failure. It's not about you did something wrong and that's why your life is moving in this other direction. It's the fact that you are now opening yourself up to the possibilities of what could be and the possibilities that maybe your best feeling life, the life that you actually want to live, is something that's completely different than what you were kind of conditioned to think an amazing, wonderful, good life was in your childhood or even a year ago. One of the things, hello, my love, thank you for joining us. So basically, one of the things that has really been coming through is like money and finances and the idea and concept of we think that we have a certain amount of security because you have a job that's paying you X, Y, and Z amount of money every couple of weeks. And you have absolutely no idea whether or not you're going to be fired tomorrow. You really have no idea whether or not you're going to be fired tomorrow. If you are an entrepreneur and you have clients coming in, I could have all of the contracts being signed and I could have clients going bankrupt and getting fired, and all of a sudden they can't pay for services and I could sue and do all of this other stuff. But at the end of the day, there is no guarantee from somebody outside of me, from an external circumstance, that I'm going to be safe, secure, and taken care of. And so where does that feeling of safety and security come from as you start to realize and recognize, like, okay, nothing is really as safe and as stable as I thought it was. Saturn is currently retrograde in Aquarius right now. And so this is really that important time for you to start recognizing, what is my idea of safety and security and stability, and where does this come from? You're recognizing that it comes from your relationship with your inner being. It comes from your relationship with your spirit, with your spirit guides, with the universe. If you knew for a fact that you were going to have your dream life, whether it was next year, in 10 years, in 30 years, then would you be worried about any of this? No, you wouldn't. If you knew for a fact that your bills were going to be taken care of and were going to be paid at some point and that everything was going to be okay, would you be worried? No. I just did a meditation I purchased from Teal Swana, money meditation. And in the meditation, you kind of get into that state, you get into that feeling. What does life look like when you have all of the money in the world? And I'm laying on a couch in my house and I'm asleep. In my dream life, when I have all of the money in abundance, if I had $1 million hit my bank account today, I would be asleep. And then I thought, huh. And then I have this realization that my desire for money and finances, my desire is to be able to afford rest. Constantly having to work to make sure that my bills are going to kind of be paid. If it's not this month, then it's in 3 months. If it's not in 3 months, then it's a year from now. Constantly trying to make sure that I have this concept of safety and security locked down. It's fucking exhausting. And so when I realized that my strongest desire, my biggest ask is for peace and is for rest and is to feel good and is to just overall feel safe. Now I've been, okay, inner being, I want more of that feeling. I'm doing that meditation more frequently, first of all, to maintain that feeling as I continue to manifest that more into my life. You want to ask yourself that question. You want to sit and you want to envision that if I had all of my money problems taken care of, if money was not a factor, what would I be doing in my life? And how would I feel? And how would I be living life differently? So, we're definitely focusing this week on connecting with your inner being, and it's kind of, we want to say, going back to the basics, and going back to the basics when you first got into spirituality and you're like, wow, look at all of the right naps are life. Okay, naps are the most important thing in my life right now. When you first get into spirituality and you're seeing the signs and synchronicities and, angel numbers all over the place, and you're just like, wow, this is so amazing, and it just kind of always feels like you're in the right place at the right time. It's connecting back to that feeling. We want to say connecting back to your inner being. It's kind of like tapping back in to the understanding that things are always working out in your favor. One of the things that's stopping the blessings from coming in, the money from coming in, the new job from coming in, one of the things that's stopping the desire from coming in is your worry. That worry about whether or not things are going to be working out for you. The worry about whether or not you're going to actually get the thing you're going to get, your desire. This is your message. This is the universe telling you straight up that you're going to get your manifestation, that you're going to get your desire. And now that you know that your manifestation is on the way, that your desire is on the way, that all of it is unfolding, now can you allow yourself to rest? Can you really just allow yourself to 100% just completely sleep? Can you allow yourself to just knock the fuck out and actually get that kind of rest and replenishment when you're connecting with people and you're connecting with friends, the new friends that you're allowing in, instead of being at that place where there's kind of a distance between you and these new people that you're connecting with because you're afraid if I get too close to them and they're going to backstab me, or if I get too close to them and there is this future event that may or may not even happen, that I don't want, this negative outcome, this disappointment, this da 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 da. You're not allowing yourself to fully engage with life and to fully live your life and to fully form those relationships and those connections because you're terrified of that potential bad outcome that you experienced in the past. Can you look back at the past terrible, heartbreaking, disappointing, backstabbing experience and recognize it for the clarity moment that it was? Okay, when I experienced that backstabbing of those friends, that was the time that I realized and I recognized that I wanted genuine, authentic connection in my life. That was the first time that I realized, oh shit, having friends who don't talk about my business, that's a really big priority for me. Having friends who I can trust is a really big priority for me. Having friends who wouldn't throw me under the bus the first second that it kind of remotely benefited them to do so, that's a really big deal for me. Can you acknowledge that those situations gave you clarity on what you would rather experience instead? And then can you acknowledge that you survived? That's one of the things that you're kind of so terrified of. You experience the fearful event, you experience the heartbreak, the letdowns and all of that, and then you survived. And you're kind of right at that precipice of things getting really, really good, we want to say. And you're afraid of allowing things to get really, really good because, well, what if it goes away? But that fear of what if it goes away is what's stopping it from coming in. You're too afraid. There's 5 people on Instagram and 5 people on YouTube. Well, now it's 6. Hi, what's up? But I like that 5-5 synchronicity. Because right now you are completely isolated. Right now, you're not making the connections that you need. We have the shadow dream catcher at the bottom of the deck. Your relationships are going to be the thing that takes you all of the way. It's time to start allowing yourself to fully engage with life and engage with your relationships, recognizing, you know what? You cannot control another person. You literally, I can't control what you do. You could totally betray me. You could totally backstab me. You could totally talk about my business all day. I can't force you not to do that. I would prefer it if you didn't, but I can't control that. And so, what happens after your worst nightmare? What happens after the worst, most horrible scandal? You move on. You do. You move on. You heal if you need to. You feel your feelings, you cry it out, you do what needs to be done, and then eventually you just move on because it doesn't matter. Because there's always going to be a new friend, there's always going to be a new lover, there's always going to be new. And so it's time for you to go out into the new. What you're recognizing this week, they're saying this month, it's July, yes, is that you have the capability to move through it. I am incarnating on this, what do they call it? Something edge of creation, leading edge of creation. That's the one. I'm incarnating on the leading edge of creation, and there are absolutely no guarantees except for one, and that guarantee is that the universe has my back and is working it out for me. And so you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, whatever you need to do based on your trauma and your wounds, because I know that at the end of the day, if all else fails, the universe has my back. I know at the end of the day, if all else fails, my inner being is going to work it out for me. I know for a fact that every single thing that I'm ever connecting with, every situation, every person, there's something in that in alignment with my highest good. So even if it feels like shit, even if it's the worst contrast moment of my life, I know that I have the capability to move through it. And it's with that knowing, that trust in myself and in my inner being, that I allow myself to move forward. They're saying courageously into this new segment of life. It is with that trust in myself and my capability, they're saying, to survive, that I move forward into this new segment of life. Okay, let's see. Anything else? I see you commenting. Hi, Umi. How are you, my love? We have the energy of the 5 of Swords here. Some of you might want to go watch that pick a card I just did. The 5 of Swords is up on my YouTube. And the 5 of Swords was one of the options. And it was talking about feeling like there's somebody else outside of you that is going to end you or end your career or some bullshit like that. There is this idea. I'm happy you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good. There is this idea that there's somebody who's going to come from outside of you who's bigger than you, or stronger than you, or more powerful than you, or more influential than you, who's going to kind of end things for you. And it's just not true. It's just not true. Can you recognize and acknowledge that all of the people in your life, good, I'm happy this is resonating with you. All of the people in your life who ever backstabbed you and sabotaged you, can you recognize that they represented an aspect of you that didn't feel worthy and deserving of success? They represented an aspect of you that didn't feel like you deserved good things in your life. They represent an aspect of you that doesn't trust yourself. They represent an aspect of you that blah, 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 blah. You know how to do mirror work. If you don't, come work with me and I can show you. Instead of focusing on all of these terrible people outside of me are working against me, can you just start to open up and recognize how everything is always working in your favor, even when there is an aspect of you that is coming forward and that feels harmful and that feels incredibly triggering? This is still somehow serving me, and it's serving me in the way, it's serving me towards my desire. It's serving me towards my desire. It's serving me towards my goal. Thank you guys for liking the video on YouTube. Okay, we have the Two of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Hierophant, the Two of Pentacles. Doesn't this remind you of Gucci? Doesn't that snake literally look exactly, doesn't it? Okay, the Two of Pentacles, and then we have the Two of Cups, because it's time for new relationships, and these new relationships are going to give you more wealth and more abundance. Thank y'all for liking the video. These new relationships are going to give you a new level of wealth and abundance, and it's more so about with the energy of the Two of Swords. Again, we're literally just hammering it in. The message is almost done for this week because it's about your feelings and it's about your intuition. You knew when you were connecting with people back in the day and you couldn't trust them, you knew that you couldn't trust them, and you continued to hang out with them anyway because you didn't want to be alone, because you thought that that's how everybody was, whatever. But you knew. It's like you can stop telling yourself that you're dumb or that you don't know or that you're incapable of seeing what's right in front of you, because you always knew. So stop telling yourself the story that you don't know, that you got it wrong, that you did something bad. You knew and you chose to act against your intuition anyway. And so what are those situations showing you? Next time I'm going to go ahead and follow my intuition, and I'm going to follow my feelings. Definitely knew, but ignored it. Perfect. And so what does that mean? That means my inner being is always guiding me. That means my inner being is always connecting, communicating with me, is what I meant to say. And with the energy of the Five of Wands, it's okay for you to stop focusing on other people and what they're doing now. You have officially reached the point where what somebody else is doing, how they're feeling, what their life experience is, what they're choosing to do, whether that's, having all of the degrees in the world, getting all of the money and all of the abundance, none of that has anything to do with you. None of that has anything to do with you getting your desire, unless that person is giving you inspiration. It's like you don't need to be focused on competition or anything like that, because the opportunities that are for you are absolutely making their way to you. And that's the energy of the Two of Cups. We are focusing on the people who are a right fit for us. We're just focusing on relationships where we have compatibility. And that compatibility, you're recognizing that compatibility in relationships looks more than just, oh, we like the same things. Oh, we go to the same school. Oh, we live in the same neighborhood. Oh, we have the same job. Compatibility looks like work ethic. Compatibility looks like, what are your desires? What are you moving towards? Compatibility looks like, what is the lifestyle that you want to live, that you're creating for yourself? It's looking at all of the different ways that you need people to be compatible with you in relationships. I love that we can sit and joke with one another and laugh with one another, but I also need all of my friends to be getting to their fucking bag, because that's what I'm doing. And I no longer wish to have conversations with people who aren't tapped into unlimited wealth and abundance. Because when I have the idea and we're going half on this idea, I want all of the high quality tech that costs all of the money. And I'm not going to wait months in advance. I'm going to manifest the money to get this goddamn tech now. And I'm not carrying you through to the finish line. So we're incompatible in that way. You're focusing on and you're recognizing that everybody's not compatible with you. I have not been spying on your life. You're so funny. You're recognizing that everybody is just not compatible with you, where you're moving towards in your life and what you want to experience. And that's just okay. With the energy of the Hierophant here, I'm looking at the picture for something. Can you just decide this week that you're just going to move through life making under the assumption that the universe, your inner being, has your back? Can you just decide this week that you're just going to move through? Yes, the opportunities that are for you are making their way to you. Can you move, Jesus? Can you decide this week that The universe has your back in everything that you're doing. If every single person that you were meeting was going to be the perfect person, how would you be showing up in your life? If every opportunity, if every call, if every potential client, if every interview was going to be the perfect one, how would you show up? How would you act? You've kind of got this deep rooted fear, some stuff you want to return back to your ancestors, kind of about the things that you say. There's a little bit of a fear of being wrong. Can you just accept that sometimes being wrong is a part of cute and empowered, period, me too. There's a fear of being wrong, but like Hannah Montana said, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody gets that way. It's really one of those moments. It's literally a nobody's perfect. A lot of successful people, I've been connecting with more people who are successful in business. And one of the things that they say more often than you would expect is you fail your way to success. I have heard the phrase, you fail your way to success more often than not. And after hearing the phrase, you fail your way to success, I feel so fucking successful. I feel the most successful that I've ever felt in my life because I'm doing it right. I'm doing it right. All of the most successful people, all of the richest people, all of the billionaires, or all of the ones I've connected with, all of the millionaires that I know, failure is a part of the process. Making mistakes is a part of the process. It's a part of the process in life. And so this crippling fear that you have of defeat is actually manifesting in a self-fulfilling prophecy where you're continuing to be defeated. You're continuing to lose over and over and over again. You're continuing to fail because you're failing and you're not getting back up. You're failing and you're allowing yourself to continue to be in that place of, I'm heartbroken, I just can't move on, when that's not true. Can you look at your past mistakes and go, oh, fuck, huh, that's crazy. I never would have saw this coming. Okay. So anyway, moving forward, what I'm going to do, moving forward, the choice that I'm going to make, what I learned from this was, and next time what I'm going to do is, that's a really, really big thing going on this week. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck if you made a mistake? There is no successful person who has never made a mistake. Doesn't exist. That's really all that we have for you this week with the energy of the Two of Pentacles. There's lots of opportunities coming in. You might be juggling two different projects, working in two different areas. There's kind of really this need to start really just, it feels like time management is what I want to say. Focusing on time management. This could be work-life balance, working on different projects, working, side hustle, personal growth work, and your relationships. It's believing in yourself. The people who I don't have relationships because I'm just working are people who don't know time management, are people who aren't enjoying their life, are people who are using their work as an excuse to be emotionally avoidant and are incredibly lonely. This time management skill, this learning how to juggle everything skill that you're developing right now is really the next thing that's going to help you as you move further into this next level. And with this 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, this just feels incredibly abundant. It feels, what do I want to say? It feels fertile. It feels fertile. It feels like there is a lot of growth that's happening here with your money and your finances. And if you knew that you were going to become a millionaire and that no matter what was happening in your life was guiding you towards becoming a millionaire, then you could stop worrying about money because I'm already a millionaire. It's already all worked out and I don't have to worry about it. I'm literally being led there. If you can get into that mindset, mindset, if you can get into that mindset this week, then you're going to start seeing the money pouring in. This is one of those Abraham Hicks. It has no option but to come in instead of worrying about the money. I know that my inner being is guiding me to this life of peace. I have seen it. I've seen myself sleeping on my couch in my home. It's Victorian style. I don't know why it's in Pennsylvania, but it is. I've seen myself. I've seen the house. I've seen the couch. I'm laying on it now. I'm asleep. I'm here, but I'm asleep in the future. And so I know that that's what I'm working towards. I know that that's what I'm aligning with. I'm no longer sitting and worrying about my next steps because I know how the story ends. It's like, when you're watching a movie. I don't know if you guys do this, but like I was watching The Purge. I went to go see The Purge, the newest one. I have many comments about it, but it's just not, we're not talking about that now. So I went to go see The Purge, and I'm not really going to give any spoilers, but it's just like, random, hi babe, I'm happy that this is resonating with you. Random, okay, anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, I went to go see The Purge, and in The Purge, the movie, the main characters, you're going through this, are they going to survive? Are they going to survive? And then you get so invested in the film, and I'm noticing myself and my body and my heart, and I am just emotionally, experiencing all of the emotions of the film, which is really, really good in terms of like, being a filmmaker and being a creative and being able to kind of immerse your audience. I told you we're not doing a review right now. But from my perspective of somebody who doesn't enjoy feeling the feelings of fear and worry and anxiety and stress, what goes on in my mind when I'm watching scary movies and thrillers is, okay, this person is the protagonist of this movie. They're not going to kill the protagonist. I know for a fact that there has to be a happy ending to this movie. I'm going to give you just kind of like the overall. I'm not going to tell you how it ends, but it's kind of like they're either going to make it to Mexico or they're going to find some safety and some shelter in Texas. You got two options of how this is going to end. I don't know what route they're going to take. I have no idea how it's going to work out for them. I don't know what's going to happen in the coming scenes, but I know that this is the protagonist in the story. I know that they are going to survive. And so I'm not as worried as I would be if I was watching it kind of biting my nails. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Are they going to die? Are they going to get killed? Are they going to get captured, etc., etc.? And that's the way that you kind of get to look at your life and get to enjoy and really fully be within the experience of your life. If you know that by the end of this, by the time that this is over, by the time that this is done, if you've decided that you're moving towards wealth and abundance, if that's what you're consciously doing, if that's what you've put out to your inner being, if you're allowing yourself to be led there, then it's happening, then it's already yours, then it's there. And so now I get to go. I have no idea what's happening in this next scene of the movie. Oh my God, my life is totally such a movie. I have such Leo energy in my chart. I have no idea what's going to happen in the next scene. I have no idea how the desire is going to come. I don't know how the money is going to come. I don't know where the house is going to come from. I don't know who the partner is going to be, but I am so invested, and I know that she's going to make it. I know that by the end of the movie, she's going to be a millionaire. I'm watching her as she does it. I'm watching the story unfold. And so can you be completely invested in your own life, allowing yourself to experience this, allowing yourself to experience the excitement that comes with life on earth, with life on the leading edge of creation, knowing that at the end of the day, you're going to be taken care of. At the end of the day, you're going to be okay. And if it's not money, financial abundance, at the end of the day, when you die, you're going to go back up to source energy. And that's nothing but peace. And that's nothing but love. At the end of the day, you're going to go back to source energy, and that's nothing but a feeling of belonging. And so even if you don't know what your end goal is, what you're working towards, at the end of the movie, when the credits are rolling, there's going to be some sort of happy ending somewhere. And with that, That's all that we have for you this week. I am wishing you guys the most amazing week. I'm going to listen and respond back to your comments and do a little bit of chit chat, but that's all that we have for the week ahead. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, I have the links in the description on YouTube, and links to work with me coaching and tarot readings are in the link of the bio on Instagram and description in YouTube. So if you're catching it live, please say hi. Please say hello. Tell me how this was resonating with you. I would love to hear it. I came on right on time for what I needed to hear. I'm so happy to hear that, Abby. I'm so happy that it was right on time for you. I actually really love that message, and I love that it came through. Hi, Tiffany. How are you? I love that it came through in the way that it did. You're welcome, Umi. I was just walking through getting ready for this, getting this stuff. And I was just like, damn, like my life is really a movie. That's really crazy. And then I come in here and then they kind of drop that beautiful analogy on us. So I really, really loved that. That was really awesome. I love you too. Thank you, babe. I haven't watched you in a while, but I'm so grateful for seeing this. I am so grateful that you tapped on and got that message that your inner being was guiding you to. Isn't that perfect? Isn't that perfect? How your inner being can just ping you and go, hey, you need to hear this really quick. Like, mwah, perfect, amazing. Why am I scared of new people betraying me? I was just thinking about this earlier today, and being scared to trust people is normal. Building trust in relationships to me looks like intimacy. So I don't have any relationships where I don't have emotional intimacy and closeness and openness, because that's trust. If I can see into you and I know your motives and I know who you are and we have that transparency between us, then I trust you. Me feeling like I'm filming a documentary every day, period. If you look into the camera like you're a character on The Office, then you already know what the fuck I'm talking about. And you have Leo energy in your chart. Period. I'm so happy that resonated with you, baby. Yes, friends that I can trust, not gossip and not throw me under the bus is a really big priority for me. Exactly. Me too. Learned that one the hard way. Yes, I was thinking about this for the past few weeks. I can't control anybody's actions if they gossip about me when I leave old friendships that no longer serve me. Exactly. And if they do, what I've been doing with like all of that shit, it's like, listen, if you have to hate me, if you have to be number one in my haters fan club in order to get love and connection, then do that. Then do that. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. If you have to talk shit about me and talk about how you don't like me so that you can get love for other people, so that you can get the love and connection that you desperately need, love and connection is a basic human need. And if you don't know how to get love and connection other than talking shit about other people, I'm happy to be a topic on conversation for you. Perfect. That's the only way you know how to connect with other people. Good. I will give you all of the content that you want to talk about, all of the everything for the group chat. Y'all can mumble and cackle talking about the motherfucking queen while the queen is in the stew. If that's what you need to do to get love and connection, I don't mind, because it's never about me and it's always about you. So it doesn't have anything to do with me at all. It's none of my business. If you gossiping about me, it's none of my business. I admire you so much. 100% that bitch. Thank you. I know it says bad bitch, but I get nervous though. Nervous about what? Thank you so much. You always empower me every time I watch one of your videos. Mwah, Alyssa, I'm so happy to hear that. I'm sending you so much love. You are so welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it so much. One of the things I've been telling myself a lot lately is what somebody else has to say about you only matters if you believe them. It only matters if you believe them. And so when I focus on what somebody else is saying about me, if something that somebody else says about me, if there's a reaction within me, then that's just an opportunity for me to do some healing. Oop, I didn't know that bothered us. Oop, I didn't know that we still feel that way. Like this week, I've been having, okay, we're kind of done over on Instagram, but we're still talking a little bit on YouTube. So I'm going to say goodbye on Instagram. Mwah, I love you guys, and I will talk to you next week. Um, but damn it, what was I saying? Talking to the universe, gossip. What was I just saying? What was I just saying? God, when you have Neptune on the third house, fuck. What was I just saying? I was saying, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Damn. I was talking, oh, yes, one of the things that's been coming up for me so much recently is like not Christianity, but just like fear in spirituality. And I had a friend bring up some stuff about, it was just like one of my friends' aunts saying some shit about like the stuff that I do being like, like evil, you know what I mean? And then that like was the first time that it came up. And then I was live on TikTok. And then another person came talking about some like pray to God, da 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 da. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then another person came when I was live another time. And I'm like, oh my God. So then I had to really do a little bit of work surrounding my spirituality. There is an aspect of me somewhere that feels bad for the work that I do, or feels like the work that I do or my spirituality is evil and da 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 da. So sometimes when people talk about you, then you get opportunities to do that healing work. And what it ended up looking like was me being like, shut the fuck up, because I talk to God straight up every day. Goodbye. Bitch, I'm an oracle. Next question. The fuck? And so that was nice. That was a nice opportunity for me to step stronger into my faith and what I believe, and just believing in myself more, believing in my spirituality and believing in my power, and also releasing fear. A couple of maybe months ago, I had been doing like this meditation, and when I tell you I was levitating, when I tell you I was fucking levitating, I was like outside of my body, out of body experience, one of the craziest experiences that I've ever had meditating. And I had gotten like I felt like I was outside of my body, and I was kind of like just like in blackness, like in space, and I was like gonna go up higher, and I wasn't letting myself go up higher. And my guides, the universe, talking to me, and they're like, it's because you're afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. Just let it go. Like, you're fine, you're safe. And I just was not allowing it to happen. So I didn't do anything with that fear at the time of the meditation. It coming up for me over recent days has been like, this is the fear you want to allow yourself to release so that you can ascend higher, connect further. Okay, good. I replied to all of your other things. Does anybody have any other questions, comments, concerns before I get off of here? It was super nice connecting with you guys today. That was lovely. And I don't know if there's going to be lots of videos coming this week. I got a video coming on Tuesday. I'm going to be filming some videos, but after I film them, they're going to get sent to my video editor. So I don't know if they're going to be, I'm not going to rush my video editor either. So I don't know if they're going to be edited and sent back in time to be uploaded this week. So you probably will get a video this Friday. So you're probably going to get a video tomorrow and Friday. Don't know if you'll have pick a cards, but you'll have them next week. It was nice. Good. Perfect. Thank you so much for the feedback. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. I love y'all so much, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.